Copper is dying. At 200 gigabits per lane, copper cables can only reach 3 meters before the signal completely dies, and AI clusters need 5 meters or more. That is a physics problem that no engineering can fix.
The answer is light. Fiber optic cables carry data as photons bouncing through glass using total internal reflection. And with wavelength division multiplexing, 8 different colors of light each carry their own data stream on a single fiber. That is massive bandwidth with almost zero signal loss. Let us compare. Copper reaches 3 meters at most, loses 22 decibels of signal, burns tons of power, and generates serious heat. Optical reaches kilometers, loses only 4 decibels, uses 5 times less power, and stays cool. It is not even a fair fight.
Data centers have 3 networking layers. Scale-up connects GPUs inside a pod using NVLink. Scale-out links racks together across the cluster, and scale-across connects entire data centers over hundreds of kilometers. Each layer demands more bandwidth.
Here is the game changer. Co-packaged optics puts the optical engine right on the same chip package as the processor. No more long copper traces, no more power-hungry signal processors. Signal loss drops from 22 decibels to just 4. Power efficiency improves 5 times. This changes everything.
NVIDIA is driving this transition. Blackwell uses copper today. Rubin in 2026 mixes copper and optical. Rubin Ultra in 2027 brings CPO to rack connections. And by Feynman in 2028, it is all CPO. Jensen Huang said it himself. In 2 years at NVL 1152, everything is optical.
The demand is staggering. AI inference is doubling every single year. NVIDIA sits on a $1 trillion backlog. GPU pods are growing from 72 to 576 to over 1,152 GPUs. More GPUs means more data movement, and more data movement means optical is absolutely essential.
Let us talk stocks. NVIDIA invested $4 billion in photonics. Broadcom ships the world's fastest CPO switch. Marvell acquired Celestial AI for silicon photonics. Coherent tripled in value on data center demand. Lumentum grew revenue 65% year over year. And Corning is selling fiber as fast as they can make it.
The numbers are huge. The optical interconnect market sits at $18 billion today. Analysts project it reaches $35 to $90 billion by the early 2030s. CPO alone is growing at over 35% compound annual growth rate. This is a structural shift, not a cycle.
Here is what really signals the revolution. AMD and Broadcom, fierce competitors, joined forces with Microsoft, Meta, and OpenAI to create the OCI MSA Open Optical Standard. When rivals this intense collaborate, you know the problem is bigger than any single company.
There is also an energy crisis brewing. Global data center electricity demand will more than double to 945 terawatt-hours by 2030. CPO cuts optical networking power by 5 times. Every watt saved on networking is a watt available for AI compute.
Still worried about reliability?
Meta and Broadcom tested CPO for 15 million hours straight. The result? 5 times fewer failures than pluggable optics and 0 unserviceable CPO failures. CPO is actually more reliable than what we use today.
Startups are racing in. Ayar Labs demonstrated a fully optical rack with 0 copper. Lightmatter joined NVIDIA's NVLink Fusion ecosystem. And I is building next-generation optical circuit switches. The optical startup gold rush is on.
Google already proved this works. Their TPU pod connects up to 9,216 processors using optical circuit switching with MEMS mirrors. Google pioneered this technology internally, and now Lumentum and Coherent are bringing it to the rest of the industry.
Let us recap. Copper is hitting a physics wall. CPO is the proven solution shipping right now. The market is heading toward $90 billion. The entire industry just united behind open optical standards. And the energy savings are critical for AI's future. The optical revolution is here.
Light replaces electricity. The future of AI infrastructure is optical. If you found this helpful,
Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. See you in the next one.